It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Steelers' sure-handed wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Steelers and the Commanders next on Madden Football.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 17 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Off play action. It's Howell. It's caught here by Adams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. You look at this Steeler defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league. And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Olszewski now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a 1st-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An explosive 38-yard pickup. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Pickett will look to throw it here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. Every time, they were up to the challenge.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll throw again with Pickett. He'll buy some time right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Done good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by Kenny Pickett taking it in himself. Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't. And it'll be 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. On the return is Olszewski. And they can't bring him down.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They've got his man complete. Well, he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Pickett back to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brandon Ayuk, 35 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Done good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So done now following the score. Back out to send this away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The look at Washington as they come onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Little bootleg here. Howell. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Anzalone in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. Escapes the defender. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Done good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Washington offense back out there. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they... Oh, Howe loses it. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenny Pickett with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Done good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by Kenny Pickett, taking it in himself. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the 1st as another kickoff is away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And the Washington offense going back to work. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Following the fumble recovery, Howell. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's 1st play.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Al down to throw it. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game,
did.
right? I mean, I had a clicker going out.
Oh, Hal loses it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Done good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now they go play action with Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change.
Oh, Howell loses. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Done good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now done for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Commanders' offense returning to the field.
They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him up.
Oh, Howe loses it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Van Jefferson,
48 yards.
And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Done good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
56. Commanders, nothing.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense set to take over.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They run the counter with Cook. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Washington first down. First and 10.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
as we're through one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it second down and 11. Powell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, Hal loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Gunnar Olszewski. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And a Washington offense heading out. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball down.
Oh, Hal loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers just continue to roll. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now down for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So Dunn now following the score, back out to send this away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And the running lanes
offense non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Pickett now on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Powering his way forward. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Gunnar Olszewski
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Steelers are pouring it on. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Pickett will try to throw for this.
Steps away. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And Howe will throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Done good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Commanders nothing.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen?
Oh, Howe loses it.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 21-yard line.
Back to throw, Pickett. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Just an absolute heartbreaker there. He catches it off the deflection on the Hail Mary for the touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, as a defender, you're taught just to bat that thing down to the ground as quickly as you can.
That's what you're trying to do. But the offensive guys, what they're working on is sometimes keeping it alive, almost like volleyball where they tip it up in the air, and instead of spiking it at the other end, someone else comes along and grabs it. So even if it's unintentional, they've been working on the deflection for a long time. That tip ball, well, defensive backs have to continue to work on that and go up and get it. And as you said, either knock it to the ground or grab it themselves.